shouldn't have to worry about tripping and urinating. You shouldn't have to worry about jumping on the trampoline with your kids and urinating. You shouldn't have to worry about lifting weights and wearing a pad at the gym and wondering if somebody's looking at your butt for other reasons other than that it looks good. As a hairstylist, I talk to women all the time, and certain issues always come up, and one is urinary incontinence. And it's nice to know that I'm not alone.
3.3 million Canadians experience some form of urinary incontinence, and although the prevalence of bladder control problems tends to increase with age, urinary incontinence is not a normal part of aging.
Urinary incontinence is the involuntary leakage of urine. It is not to be expected to occur as we age. It is associated with the aging process, but it is not a normal part of aging. Rather, it's associated with conditions like pregnancy and childbirth, neurological disorders, rheumatoid arthritis, Parkinson's disease, diabetes, or mobility issues.
I would say that this started happening, this problem of urinary incontinence, would be shortly after I had my children. And then when they became old enough to jump on the trampoline, I really noticed it. And after my kids were a bit older and I went back to playing soccer, I really noticed it. It was a huge problem.
There is stress urinary incontinence, which is a small amount of leakage associated with coughing or sneezing or exercise or going from a lying to a standing position. There's also urge urinary incontinence, which is an overwhelming desire to get to the bathroom. One may rush to the bathroom. And then there's mixed, and that's the combination of stress and urge incontinence.
But it's those unexpected times when you happen to be running to get something or lifting something that you're not prepared, because let's face it, we don't want to wear a pad every day of our lives unless we have to. So it becomes very distracting, and it inhibits me from living the lifestyle that I want to live, not knowing when I may have an accident.
I find that people feel older, they lose self-esteem, they lose sexual self-esteem, it's embarrassing, they'll isolate themselves, and that can lead to depression, and it has a very negative impact on quality of life for people.
To deal with my urinary incontinence issues, I decided to have surgery because I was made to believe that was the only option, like to fix the problem. Unfortunately, it only lasted 1 year, and it was heartbreaking because I thought, you have the surgery, you do what you're supposed to do, and it should really work. I wish I would have known of some other options to try first before doing that.
In 1993, Sandra Haas, a registered nurse who specialized in women and maternal health, started Mother's Choice products. Since that time, they have been dedicated to women's issues. In 2012, they began solving incontinence problems with devices such as the pelvic floor exerciser, which is available throughout Canada.
The Elise pelvic floor exerciser works by gently stimulating the pelvic floor muscles. The probe is inserted into the vagina for about 20 minutes a day in the privacy of a woman's own home. It will stimulate the pelvic floor muscles, increase blood flow, and strengthen the pelvic floor muscles to prevent urinary incontinence when a woman coughs or sneezes or exercises. Many women find results in about 2 weeks, but it takes about 2 months to effectively treat the urinary incontinence.
I recently started using up the pelvic floor exerciser, and the great thing about it is it's simple, easy, and it's already making a difference. So I know that with continued use, 20 minutes a night, and everybody can manage that into their day, I will see amazing results after 2 months, and I'm super excited about that.
To find out more about Elise pelvic floor exerciser for urinary incontinence, go to motherschoiceproducts.com.